generative AI tools across text images, audio domains, including the popular chat GPT, GPT-4, Bing Chat, Perplexity AI, Google Bard AI, Midjourney, Leonardo AI, DAL E3, and various productivity focused tools. And today is excited to share with us insights and experiences. So join me to welcome Mr. Adilakun Iwatobile as it takes us on improving team productivity with generative AI. I don't know. I'm not seeing us clapping. I don't know. You can use the buttons. You can react. You can clap. You can, you can just show your excitement. It's not. It's a free this thing. So everybody um should be excited. Hello, I don't know. Can we can we do that, please? Okay, all right, thank you. Start with the floor is yours.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello, please. Okay. Can every other person hear me?
Hello, please, can we hear anybody? Just say something, please. I don't know if you can hear it.
Can you hear me? Just send a reaction, something, because I'm just about to fire away. So you can call me Obatobi. Okay, thank you, Ibere, Vivian. She can hear me. Okay. So let's shoot. So please, I would like you to help me bring up the other slide because I want to. Can you enable me to share screen?
Should I share it?
Can we do a dual sharing? There are two different scenes I want to share. I know that happens on Google Meet. Okay, so you seem to have given me right to share.
Oh, I don't know why it's like this.
You know what?
I
Don't
see.
worry. Let me just take it from my end. Let me take it from my end. I'll just swap between the screens. Let me just take it from my end.
Let's see share talking.
No, let me take it from my end. Let me take it from my end.
Okay.
Okay. I guess everyone can see my screen now, right? Okay, so we're talking about improving team productivity with generative AI. And as you've heard a bit earlier, you can call me Obatobi. I am a product designer and a generative AI enthusiast. We want to ask, what is generative AI and how can it enhance teamwork and productivity? So generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can creatively generate new text, images, audios, videos, and code based on existing data, based on data that is fed into the system, either via training or via web scraping and things like that. Um, just imagine it's a powerful tool that can assist and augment human creativity and productivity. And that's why we are looking at it for teamwork productivity. So some of the categories of generative AI are text to text, where you have a process where you input a text-based prompt, and then you get a text-based prompt as an output. For instance, you ask it to write an essay, your input is text-based, and then the response of the essay is also text-based. Then you have text to image, where you input text and then you get a visual illustration back, or text to video and then text to audio, and a whole lot of other categories that fall into the intricacies and nuances of the list we have here. So my time is short, so that's why I am skipping fast, and I want to cover a lot of ground. So in this session, it's really going to be a lot about demo sessions. I'm going to be taking you deep dive into practical uses of how these things work and how they can enhance your productivity. So what are the things you can do with generative AI? Here are some of the lists of things you can do with generative AI. You can write emails, you can write reports and summaries, you can translate language, debug code, and create scripts. So to do this is more of the text-to-text based generative AI. To do this, one of the first tools we're going to be visiting is the popular ChatGPT. How many of you have heard about ChatGPT? If you've heard about ChatGPT, just signify with in the comment section. Let me see. If you've heard about ChatGPT, signify in the comment section. So I'm waiting for those responses while I move in. So I am visiting my ChatGPT interface through my Opera Mini browser. Opera Mini is an AI first browser, and they have these lovely sidebars where you can easily dock applications. And that's where I have my ChatGPT in. And currently here I'm using the free version. I'm using the free version. I also have the paid version, but we might not need the paid version. I'll just explain what you can have with the paid version. So with the free version here, let's take the first thing that we want to write an email or a report. Okay, so you want to generate an email sample. You have a question in your head. Okay, you could come over here, create a new chat. You know what, for this class, let's create a new chat. I don't really like creating new chats because my chats are full already, but for this class, let's create a new chat. Now, one of the best practices um in creating a prompt like this is to give the chat bot ideas and processes of how you want it to process the information you're giving it. So for instance, you want to deal with it in a conversational style. You want to act as if you're conversing with a super intelligent person, somebody who can be anything, who can be a professor, who can be a doctor, who can be a teacher, who can be a therapist. So you want to be able to set certain parameters and then tell it how it should bring out the output, the sort of emotion, the sort of length, and a lot of other things. So starting quickly. So for also, I usually like to treat the AI bots as friendly as I can, so that the day artificial intelligence decides to take over the world, they'll consider me as one of the nice guys. So, you know, I try to be polite as much as possible. So as much as if there will be any case of adding personalities to the AI, you'd have a good record with them. Just on a lighter note too. So this is covering my screen. Okay. So I usually start. You don't have to do this. So this is just me. So um So you can elaborate on the prompt as much as possible. You know, you want it to act as a professional writer. You want to write in a particular style, in a professional style, whatever it is you want. Um, you want it to ask you certain questions right from the get-go. Once you start, you can also add that. So let me stop here. And so I'm going to ask it to tell me yes if it's ready to go. So the moment it tells me yes, I know it's ready to go. And then I give it my email and then tell it to respond. Okay. So it says, hello, yes, I'm ready to assist you as a professional writer. How can I help you? So let's assume we're talking about an email. I have a difficult email to tackle, probably. I have a legal suit email to respond to. Of course, no, let me not say legal suit because then you would have to consult your legal professional. Um, Someone suggests an email in the chat bot. Suggest an email. The first suggestion is what I'm going to work with. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Am I still connected?
Yes, we can see you.
Yeah, I'm expecting what? Aha. Accept a quotation. Accept a quotation. Okay. Okay. A quotation. Okay. Okay. More like I have a quotation sent to me. Okay. Um. Right. Without sounding cheap. Yep. Let me throw in that twist to it. So, um, so here it goes for me, dropping that. So subject, acceptance of criteria. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I trust this meets you well. We appreciate the competitive pricing. So here you have your email. Okay, job application for a finance role. Okay, more like a cover letter. Now, if you wanted to use it for this, it would be good to provide a whole lot of information, my years of experience. Okay, write a job application for a finance professional with 6 years of experience in the KPMG industry. So you can provide it with as much, as more information and data as you have. So let's do this. So here you have something writing like this. And then this is on the basic level of writing a prompt. This is how the 99, no, this is the 99% of people just jump in. This is how 50% of people write it. They get the first, they get the formatting right. Then the way the 1% does it is you go in further and then you tweak the prompt further. For instance, I feel this prompt, I feel it's too long. I want a summary of it. And then okay, let's try a twist into it. I want it written in French. Kindly reduce the words and translate in French. Unfortunately, we don't have a French translator. We would have been able to verify this, but no worries. We're going to bring it back. I'm still not satisfied with this summary. So, like I said, in a conversational style, the thing with generative AI is as much as, the only limit is your thinking. As far as you can think about it, it's most likely going to be able to produce it. I'm not satisfied with the So I feel it's not summarized enough. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, translate back into English. Okay, so yeah, so what I'm trying to show you here is the limit is what you can think. As far as you can think it, the AI is a super assistant. It can assist you to come to it. So here, so we're going to do one more text and then we're going to jump into image. So the text I'm going to want to do is, I want to do a text of a table comparison. Now I want to leave ChatGPT. I can also do it in ChatGPT, but ChatGPT here right now doesn't have active access to the internet. So the second tool I'm going to be talking about here now is Google Bard. So Google Bard is obviously Google's product. So opening a new tab on that. So this is Google's product. Google Bard is connected to the internet. So when I want something, information that has live data, that has accurate, up-to-date information, I come to Google Bard. But ChatGPT still seems to be more cohesive. It produces a more comprehensible answer than Google Bard. It does less hallucination. We'll come to hallucination later as we move on. So there's something that was introduced called extensions in Google Bard, where you can extend it using some of these Google features, Google Flight, hotels. You can book hotels, you can book flights, you can set up location, you can review YouTube videos, you can access files in your Google Drive. So I have clicked my Google Workspace, and YouTube is what I need is what I usually use. But if you need any other thing, it will definitely bring it up. So I'm going back to the chat sections now. So this is where I have my chats. So I want to do a report. So for instance, I want to buy a car, probably want to buy your first car, and you're looking at, okay, what brand of car should I buy? So you want Google the bar to help you do a research on what the best first car to buy is, considering factors of price, fuel consumption, and some other metrics. So yeah, I didn't say hi. I didn't hi buddy Google Bard. Yeah, don't mind me. Kindly generate table data, table research, whatever. The AI understands whatever minor errors you put in. The AI is intelligent enough to know what you're trying to say. For instance, if I was spelling research and I missed the H letter, you know what? Let's leave it out and see if the artificial intelligence will recognize. So you don't have to be so scared to think, oh, so it's just like you're chatting with your super intelligence friend. A table research on the cheapest cars. Okay, no, on the best cars to buy. Best first cars to buy, considering indices. Okay, what do I call it now? I don't want to use the word indices. Indices options with pricing, fuel consumption. Okay, and add a few other metrics you feel should make the list. Okay, so here we have Google Bard trying to generate its response. Okay. Okay, so here we have Hyundai 16,000. Hello, I said cheap. Okay. And then okay. So now I can see it's producing the result in dollars. I want the result in Naira. So I'm going to tell it I want the results in Naira. And I don't like the table in a vertical form. I want it in a horizontal. I want the table. I want this in. I want it to flip horizontal. Okay, and I want it in Naira. Kindly generate in Naira and flip the vertical. Okay, I like I prefer seeing my tables in that vertical form. Seeing it in that horizontal is okay, well, okay, yeah, this is, I think I like this better. Okay, but what did you generate for me? Here's the table with pricing in Naira. Okay. Okay. It took out, now it has separated some things for me. Now these prices are still quite high. I mean, this is how expensive things are now. You know, okay, let me throw something local into it and see if it has that information. I want um to combo pricing. And so now I want to take it further. I wanted to do the research and find me where I can actually buy these cars, like either locations or sales dealers, where I can really get to buy it. Because what's the essence of the research if I can't get down to that detail? So combo price and location or contact to dealers who sell right now. So let's see if Googlebot understands Tokumbo pricing. Okay, I understand you're looking for. Okay. So now it's bringing options of where I can find my Tokumbo price cars and things and it goes on and on and on and on. So you have to learn to understand that sometimes you have to treat it as this dog owner relationship. Don't just accept what it gives you. You have to train it. You have to tell it what you want. You have to tell it how you want it. I can still tell it, no, I'm not satisfied with this output. And then I want it to go back to that tabular form and a whole lot of other things. But right now, we want to jump into the next thing. So we want to leave text-based generative AIs for now. We want to move into image generators right now. So for the image generation, you can design mock-up infographics, custom visuals, transform text description into visual assets. So I'm using the popular Microsoft, the Bing browser. Now, the Microsoft and OpenAI are in partnership, and because of that, with Microsoft browser, you have free access to DALL-E image generator. So if you've been seeing some of these popular images going on with where you see a mother chasing a child, carrying a rice bowl and things like that, those are all AI generated images. And this is one of the platforms where you can generate such for free. You just need to download the Microsoft Bing browser and then, enter into the chat section. Once you search, let me take the process from the beginning. If you wanted to, once you are here, once you just search Bing image creator, it will give you that link. So once you click on this link, it will bring you here. And then, if you need to sign up and whatever and all that. So I need another prompt. Who's gonna give me another prompt? I need a prompt from somebody. Drop a prompt in the chat section. Drop a prompt in the chat section of an image that you want us to generate. A young boy playing video game. Okay. Interesting. So, okay. Now, this video is spelled wrongly, but I still want to generate it and see if the artificial intelligence is intelligent enough to understand that that was an error. So, it will take Now it's trying to tell me, it's trying to help me correct the because the English, okay. So yeah, he did a pretty good job. He was still okay, a young, let me put young African boy. I don't want to go in both generation. A young African boy. At this point, please, let's just correct it and not mess with the AI's head. Okay, thank you very much for that. Ending 12:55. So don't worry. Okay, like, okay. So look at how awesome this image is. Look at how awesome this image is. And this was generated for free by artificial intelligence. Okay, dancing at a party. Let me do this one more and African woman dancing at a party. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. You see what I'm talking about? It's about the creativity of your mind. As much as you can imagine and create, the AI would get you something. Interesting. Okay, now this is where your prompt matters. If you want something more elaborate, then you'd probably want to elaborate on your prompt. Okay, let's say African women dancing at a wedding party. Wedding party. Women in native. Okay. Okay. Native form attire. Beautifully adorned with a in a large. Okay. So I just added a few things into the mix. So let's see how enhancing my prompt is going to enhance the generation. So the clearer your prompt, the better the output that you can generate. Okay, beautiful. Now, can you see the difference between those two prompts? Can you see how the artificial intelligence try to interpret my generation? Now, I want to throw a quick mix into it. I want to use the premium version of ChatGPT and see if and try to see what I can come up with. So the premium ChatGPT has way more features. It has a specialized image generator. You can upload your document, process your document, and things like that. While this is loading, let's go back to Google Bard. So we just generated a report to Google Bard. So with Google Bard, remember I talked about extensions. You have things like YouTube extensions. A short form of a quick way of bringing those extensions is once you click on art, it brings up YouTube here. So, okay, give me 5 videos, 5 top videos on team AI and productivity. So I am prompting right from ChatGPT. I'm prompting into the YouTube, querying a search in YouTube. So is this guy ready? So yeah, here are top 5 videos on team AI and productivity that I found on YouTube. And this is definitely a link to a YouTube video. And let's see if it gets it right. Is it really a productivity? Is it a top productivity video? Or is it gonna hallucinate? 4 AI tools to maximize productivity. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now, I think because it's connected to my account, it's bringing up this. This is Rachel Howe. She's a product designer. That's why it's bringing her. So that's cool. And then a whole lot of others. So I want to go further to show you one of the, okay, yeah, these are with the thumbnails, six best AI tools for business, found 7 best. Yeah, so that's awesome. So wow, this was the video the host was trying to play for us earlier on. So I want to tell it to summarize the content of what this video is. So give me a summary of of the last video. Andrew NG TED Talk. So I'm asking it to summarize what that video is about. Let's see what's up. Okay, in Andrew, blah, 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 hi, could empower any business. He argued that AI is often seen as a complex tool. So this is the content from this YouTube page. This is the summary. I can even query it and have a discussion with this AI based on this result. I can tell it, what do you think? What do you think about his argument? I can ask it to criticize. I can, ask it a lot of things, but I don't want to get into that right now because my time is practically up. So it's going to give me its feedback. So here I have the paid version of the ChatGPT. So you have something called DALI, which is the image generator. Host, I'm sorry, just give me a few more minutes. Once I've done this generation, I would just summarize every other thing and round up. Okay, so this is DALI. DALI is an image generator. So I'm bringing in that same prompt I used in the free Bing. I'm bringing this same prompt, the same prompt I used there. I want to use it here. Now, this is a premium product, and you definitely know that you can premium products and free products. There's usually differences, even if they tell you they're the same things. So let's see what this is going to generate from that. And also know that you can use this to generate code. You can use this to write code, to debug your code, write in any language that you can imagine. I don't have time to demonstrate that right now. I'm just showing that to you. Where is my image? And turn your imagination into what happened. Okay, probably I left the screen or something. Oh, is this it? Okay, it was actually generating somewhere in the background. Okay, it's loading, it's loading. It's loading. Just give the moment a few seconds. I don't want to leave the screen because if I leave the screen, it might pull out of the generation again. Probably it's generating high resolutions. That's why it's taking, and then probably internet connection. Okay, right about now. Okay. ChatGPT, I think, Dali, I need my results now, like now. Like, I'm tempted to move away, but you know what? While that is generating, I want to, so this is another image generator. I generated this before we started, a scene of an African PhD student in a laboratory experiment. This is what it generated for me. Wow, this is a cool image. And then this is Speaker Labs. This is text to video. I generated this. I said overview of Lagos, Nigeria, evening traffic with yellow public transport. And this is the video we generated for me. I'm trying to expand it. This is the video. This is text to video. And this, I just did it with a free tool. So, okay, I think my time is up. So let me see if, okay, so let me just round up. So what are the things you can do? These are some of the things you can do with AI. The future of generative AI, threats and hallucination. AI has a beautiful future, but there are threats of security and then issues of hallucination where it produces wrong information. Some of the ways we can help to use generative AI productively and in a safe way is to encourage critical thinking so that you're not totally dependent on AI. These are some tools here, and this is a conclusion. And thank you very much. And before I hand over, let me see if my image was generated. Okay, wonderful. Now you can see this is the premium version generating an image of the African scene, uniform women dancing that we talked about. So with this now, I would like to say thank you very much. In case if there's any question and the host still wants me to be able to attend to that, you will get that information.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Luape. I'm sure everybody enjoyed the session. And personally, if I'm being asked, I'll just continue. Like, I'll just have to just continue. I'll just spend the whole day because, like they say, knowledge is power. And don't worry, we are going to ask questions, but not now. But when we get to that bridge, like you said, we are going to cut it. So I'm sure we've all learned, and as we are learning, please let's just do one thing. Let's go to our social media page. Let's talk about the webinar. Let's share insights that we've learned, and let's do it to tag Income ICT solution because this has been brought to that. My sorry about that. So, Mr. Ratobi, thank you. We really appreciate it, and we hope to also have you on this space some other time. So, without wasting our time, I'm going to invite our second speaker. Her name is Ms. Olivia Wami. She's a product at Income Global. She's a dynamic and results-driven professional with a diverse skill set that spans business analysis, project management, product management, and service management. Expertise and accomplishments have made her stand out as a talent in the professional landscape, and she's the best at what she does. So, as usual, with hands clapping, feet jamming, screaming, showing excitement, I want us to welcome Miss Olivia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
Oh, yeah.
much
Go ahead.
for that brief introduction. Just to confirm that everybody can hear me. You can hear me, just say yes, you can hear me, that's fine.
Yes, we can
Somebody
hear you.
needs, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Miss
So,
Olivia, we can't hear you.
I'll just start quickly because I think
I'm muted.
we are a little bit,
Miss Olivia.
out of time
Oh,
to
she's
continue our
already
start
going
today.
into the
So,
I can't hear you,
good
man.
morning,
Oh,
good
oh,
afternoon,
Jesus.
okay, and then good
Miss
evening
Olivia.
too.
Hello, we can't hear
Yes,
you. I
you
think.
can hear me.
I can hear her. I can hear her.
Okay, is any person anyone else that can't hear me?
Oh, can you hear her? Probably I'm the only one that can't hear.
Please let her continue. We can hear her
Hello,
clearly.
that's not what something.
Just mute yourself. We can hear her clearly.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry. Let me just go out and come back then. I'm the only one that can't hear.
All right. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, really, dependent on where you're joining us from today, okay? Um, firstly, I just want to thank the organizers for having me today. It's really always exciting to share my knowledge. Don't mind me, I'm smiling, I'm always smiling. Okay, so like David said, my name is Olivia, and he actually walked you through some of the things I've actually been able to achieve in my career path. So that's actually good. So I'll just move forward to today's session. We're really just going to talk about, a continuation of where Mr. Toby stopped. So we're just going to dive into some other areas that you need to be aware of when you actually plan, when you start using generative AI. Okay, so our focus for today is just going to be on four key areas. So how you can boost communication and collaboration in your team, um, no matter the size of your team, really. So how you can also automate workflows, how you can take care of repetitive tasks, how you can generate creative ideas and brainstorming, and most importantly, how you can build a resilient and future-proof workforce. Okay, so just want to really let everyone know that it doesn't matter if you're an individual, so you're a sole proprietor. It doesn't matter if you have a business of 5, 10, or 15 persons, or even above 100, right? So you're here today. This is actually going to help you. Generative AI is not new. It's not new in any way. It's something that is going to continuously evolve until the next big thing comes in, which I don't think there's any other thing that is actually bigger than this for now. So first, just to tell you about what generative AI advantage means, it's actually the benefits and advantages that businesses or individuals can actually gain by leveraging Gen AI technologies. So Gen AI, like Mr. Toby actually mentioned, just represents a subset of artificial intelligence that's really focused on creating new data or content, rather than just interpreting existing information. So some of the things that, when we actually talk about some of the advantage, it's one of them is creativity and innovation, which, we actually shared today. Mr. Toby actually walked us through some of the ways you can get creative, how you can actually innovate with, some of the Gen AI tools that are out there, and then efficiency and automation. So with generative AI, really, you can automate repetitive tasks and then workflows. So you don't actually need to spend your time doing mundane activities. You can really just leverage automating some of those repetitive tasks so that you can reduce manual error. You can also allocate human resources to more strategic and value-added tasks. And then finally, for competitive advantage, which is like the most important, right? So why you actually leverage generative AI technology, it's a way to provide our businesses, right, with a way of staying, let's say, competitive advantage by staying at the forefront of technological advancements. So businesses that adopt and also integrate generative AI can outpace competitors in terms of innovation, adaptability, and also efficiency. There are more to it. So it can also enhance your customer experience, where you use things like chatbots, virtual assistants, improving your customer interaction and support. Generative AI can actually help with that. It can also help with data augmentation and insights. I think we actually saw a lot of insight that Bad gave to us today as well. So you don't really have to spend hours doing your own research. You can just easily communicate with one of these tools to actually help you. But something that you should actually have in mind is you should not restrict yourself to AI. Really, also use BI, so business intelligence. So don't just automatically depend on generative AI. By doing that, sometimes people actually lose like their creativity. You lose your critical, or rather your ability to actually think critically, which is bad at the end of the day, no matter how good, generative AI can actually help us. So starting with one of the focus areas that I mentioned today, the objective really of boosting communication and collaboration is to strengthen your team connections and also streamline your communications. And some of the ways you can actually do that is by using some tools like Microsoft Teams or Slack. And the platform, they are both communication platform. They provide like real-time chats. They enable your team to communicate instantly. So if you work like in a small or large organization, I would say really a semi-large organization, you tend to use things like Google Workspace, Microsoft Teams, Slack for your communication. So it actually helps with that. Excuse me. So while you incorporate artificial intelligence to enhance user experience through, Microsoft and Slack, you have features. There are some features really that these tools have. You can have things like smart notification where the AI actually learns user preferences so that you can prioritize messages. It can also reduce information overload. So integrating tools like this can actually boost your communication within your team. For automating workflows and repetitive tasks, really it's just a way to free up time by automating routine tasks. That's like one of the benefits. So we recommend tools like Zampa and Integromat, which are automotive or automation platform that would actually help your users to connect different applications and then create custom workflows without the need for extensive coding. So these platforms allows users to automate processes. Your user, even without extensive coding knowledge, can design and implement custom automation processes to suit their specific needs. So before generative AI, everything had to be maybe hard coded or soft coded. But now you have like no code tools that you can actually use. And people who don't actually know how to code utilize these tools a lot. And for businesses that do not have the resources to maybe hire somebody, right, a developer and thereabouts, can actually use these tools as well. So they are user-friendly and you can actually create your custom automation without the need for advanced coding skills whatsoever. Then while we are discussing generative idea, it's just a way for you to unleash your creativity, right, within your team so that you can actually stay ahead of the business landscape. So you can use tools like Runway ML, you can use Canva. I know a lot of businesses, small businesses use Canva, big businesses use Canva, just to make sure that they are saving time. These tools have like some of them have like templates that you can customize to fits what you want. They have like things like art generation, they have like style transfer, and then interactive demo, just to help you, just to empower your team really to explore their creative expression. So it can be used by designers, it can be used by critical thinkers, it can be used by a novice as well. And this is for the runway ML. Canva, on the other hand, has like automated design suggestions. You can collaborate on Canva. You have your template customization as well. So these are like some of the creative tools, out there. There are more of them, right? Some of them you can use for design, some of them you can use strictly for videos, and so on. And then lastly, we have building a resilient team. So some of the tools you can use for this is like ChatGPT, which was shared, and then you have, Loom. Let's say for ChatGPT, you can actually use that. You can use it as a training model. You can use it for, yeah, let's say training model, really, where you develop like interactive models that are powered by ChatGPT that would actually, stimulate real world scenarios and then provide instant feedback to employees. Then you can also use Loom to create video walkthrough for hires. In case you're not familiar with Loom, I think you should actually check it out. It's a very nice tool, especially if you're someone who actually like doing a lot of videos. You can actually use it for your video recording. Not a lot of editing can be done, but it's actually really, really nice. And you don't have to, download to share with somebody. You can easily just share a link to the video for somebody to actually use. Okay, so now we'll just talk about some free tools that are out there. We've already mentioned some of them, and then some of their immediate impact for our businesses. We have the Google Colab, which is free, and the immediate impact is you can collaborate on code in real time, you can run machine learning experiments, and share interactive notebooks with your team. So this is really how it looks. This is how the interface really looks like, right? Some of these tools may not
Sorry about that. You can't see him. Hello.
Yes, you can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I think she explained network in here. Sorry about that. She's in Nigeria. Okay. Sorry. I'm sure she's trying to bring that. But so far, I'm sure we've learned so much that generative AI could do. And as like I said, as the webinar is going on, please just go to your social media space, talk about it, what you've learned so far. Even you can drop your questions, start bring comments to solutions, and we'll get right to it. And before we leave off with that question, I'm sure when the first speaker was talking, a lot of us signified that question because we could not take that because once second start so that we can answer all the questions together. So please don't leave, write out your questions and we get that to. I'm sorry, I wish I had a slide that I will just continue. respect to just bring the creation. I don't want us to the slide. Let's while we are waiting, I want us to just wait for her. So I'll just briefly talk about Income ICT solution. I'll talk about our IT consultancy and advisory, and I'll share my screen to do that. Please, once you're back and my screen is no more yet, please, I would love you so I can just signify to me so that I can stop sharing and give her the space to actually continue. But so coming, I will share my screen. So I don't know, can someone just probably share the experience of how AI had actually made their business better or how they struggled trying to even use AI? Anybody? Um, let's it's an interactive webinar. So let's do something. Hello, I thought I'm learning. Hello, I wish I had something. Oh, hello. Sorry, my voice is not so clear. But can you hear me
Um,
now? Oh, Mr.
sorry
Lawyer.
about that.
Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. But can you hear me? This is bad. Thank you.
I
Yes,
can hear you.
personally, I can hear you.
Okay. This is bad. No worries. Let us just continue.
Okay, so I'll just take this again. So Trello is a management tool. It's not necessarily a generative AI tool, but you can actually integrate AI tools on Trello just to help with things like task management, right? And then we have Runway ML, which is a very cool tool, really. So it generates artwork, it explores style transfer for images or experiments with AI-driven, creative process. And I think we saw a tool like that. I think it's PixLab, really, that is also like this as well. Pika Labs for that is also like this. So you just have to input your prompt, which is something that is really similar with all of this. You have your prompts and just click on generate. It generates anything you actually need. It can video, images, whatever it is. It actually do that for you. So Zapier, which was what I communicated earlier, you can use this to set up automated workflows to connect various applications. So you can have something like this, right? And connect Facebook, Slack, MailChimp, and then you have like the last thing it needs to do or what the result will be at the end of the day. It can also connect Facebook. When somebody actually submits, there is a new lead that happens. Maybe it displays on your email, or you need there's an automated response that the person actually gets immediately, and you also get a copy on maybe your Slack. It's really dependent on how you do your integration, right? And then you can easily just connect different tools to it just to make sure that you're able to follow up with leads as fast as possible. And then we have Coursera for business. Really, the idea of having this here is while we're trying to grow our business, we shouldn't actually forget that we also need to really, kind of grow our team or make sure that there is like talent development going on, really. So you can encourage your team members to enroll in relevant courses to upskill and then stay relevant with industry trends. You can use Coursera for business, so you can easily just have an account for your business where everyone on your team would have access to that platform and take courses at any time that they want. And Coursera actually introduced something new where you build generative AI skills across your organization. So you can just use this or you use every other solutions that they actually have for businesses. Yeah, you can also use individuals if you feel businesses are just too expensive to use. We have Monkey Learn, which is a tool that you can integrate to analyze customer feedback, maybe social media comments, or internal communication sentiment. Right, so it's a way to actually have insights into the emotional tone of communication. This is a review analysis. This is how Monkey Learn, is displayed. This is a bit of the dashboard where you can actually run several. You can ask several questions, kind of get insight as to how maybe one of your products, or let's say one of your social media posts is actually doing. Is it doing good? Well, how well is it doing, in what parts, and the rest of them. So mostly for online businesses, I would encourage them to use Monkey Learn. Try to get yourself familiarized with it, because it's really going to actually help you make a difference in the way that your business is actually structured, the processes you also use in making sure that your customers actually get the value that they need from you at the end of the day. Okay, so that's essentially it for the tools I wanted to share with you. I hope I'm not too fast. So I'll just give us a little bit of breakdown about a service that can really help you, you know, minimize the stress that goes into thinking about what's at best that you need to use, what process that you need to use them in terms of your business, or what department you need to use them. So it's called being from advisory service, right? David is actually going to tell us more about it, but this is just really how it works. It's very simple. We have the free sessions, which I think he's going to talk about more. And you can just visit the website. You can book a session with any of our consultants. We have consultants in the technological part of businesses, in the business parts, right? So you can choose anyone who you would feel like you want to talk to. You will also see their profiles as well. And you get to know who is the best consultant that you can speak with. So really, in a nutshell, that's all I have for you today, right? You can get in touch with me if you actually like, right? We can actually share ideas, brainstorm, and all of that. That would be nice. And really, that's everything I have for you today. So, David, I'm done. So I'm done. Thank you, everyone, for really listening. And I hope this actually helped, no matter how fast it is, right? So, David, over to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Livia. That was a nice one. Thank you so much. I've really learned so much today, even though I use AI one or two times like that. But then I've learned about new tools. I've learned why I should use AI. I've learned what I could even use this AI tools to do. I'm sure I'm not the only one that I've learned a thing or two that is very new and that would improve my business. So I knew some persons have questions from the first speaker, and now we've had a new exposure to how generative AI can improve our productivity as business owners, as SMEs, as individuals, because obviously AI is actually not for business owners only. It's for individuals also. We have Shopify, we have as small as your business is and as big as your business is, AI would set you apart for competitors. It makes your work easy. You don't need to spend so much to deliver good product. So please, if you have any questions, I think this is the time for you to ask. You are not in the course, as I said, forever your please, but this is the time for you to ask, please. If you have any questions, please do also ask. You can signify by raising your hand to the reaction button. Any questions? Because I have questions myself. Here. We have questions. Okay, it's definitely well. Yeah. So, or some of us are still writing. So while we are doing that, let's accommodate it definitely. So definitely your question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, good afternoon. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can. Thank you so much. So, I first of all I want to thank the speakers for today's event. I really learned a lot. Thank you so much, Olivia. Thank you. I don't know this first speaker's name, but thank you, sir. So my question goes to the first speaker. As designers now, AI tool has really come to help us, and there are a lot of ways. And just as you have showed us how we can generate from text to text, and from text to images. And as we all know, there are some contents that, because of your designer, you probably need to use real life images as in real pictures, not an AI generated image, because the type of audience you are trying to design for might be somehow. Sorry about my background noise. I'm just hoping you get my intention. So in these cases where you need to really get images for the right audience and not using AI images, and some of these images that you want to use are not available online or on free pick as you have searched and searched. So how do you manage such situation, and you want to design right, and you've been searching for images? The only best option for you is just to use AI generated images, and it's somehow not going to be acceptable by your audience. How do you do something like that? How do you manage such situation? Thank you. Fadili, that's my question. I hope you guys hear me.
Thank you, Alex. Mr. Toby Adulakun. I don't know. Are you with us?
Okay, yeah, I am. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Fadili, for that wonderful question, co-designer. Concerning image rights and all that. Now, well, you're designing as a designer, as much as you're designing for the end user, you're designing for your client. So it is left for you to be able to agree with your client. If they want live images and they have the budget, they need to do a photo shoot. The reason why we use stock photos are an alternative, are a high quality alternative for real live photo shoots. Big companies out there don't use the top companies don't use they don't use stock photo resources. Coca-Cola would not use. Coca-Cola would rather, go the cheap route, find people who are not popular, but they wouldn't use stock photos. So if you are using stock photos, already understand that you're cutting a route. You're working with your client to cut budget. So whatever you get with stock photos, the client has to, work with it or do a live one. Then also concerning artificial intelligence, we are just about a year plus into generative AI, and the best image generator at photorealism out there is Midjourney. Midjourney can produce photos that you would not even believe are fake, to the point that it's even going beyond producing super clean images. It is now going towards refining those super clean images to add the kind of realistic flaws that our digital cameras, phone and everything would add, and all that. So that's I believe, does that answer the question?
Yes, thank you so much. That was really helpful. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. That's nice. Thank you, Mr. Iwatobi. So I have three questions here. So Mr. Olivia or Mr. Toby, anybody can answer. So how can we use Gen AI to create more effective brainstorming sections? What are the ethical considerations of using Gen AI in the workplace? Sorry. How can we use Gen AI to automate routine tasks so that we can focus on more strategic work? Because routine tasks, that's actually basically what takes most time in some organizations, because they are continuous, and how can they be effectively done or perfectly automated? Then if possible, you can give us examples of some AI tools that we can use to actually um, do them. So, okay, thank you.
Okay, so let me take the first question, which is creating more effective brainstorming sessions. So it's really a matter of just using tools most of the time, right? You can think about what really the brainstorming session is going to be all about. You can have a call with your team. Um, Before the call, you can just really ask one of these, you can ask Bard, you can ask ChatGPT, what really should this brainstorming be about on this concentrated topic? You're saying you can actually discuss it. Collaboration tools that you can use is really, you can use any of the Microsoft suites, you can use any of the Google suite for your collaboration, right? Brainstorming session is really getting on your call and talking about something, right? You can also use Miro as well for this. So that's really what I think. Before I move on to the next question, Mr. Toby, I don't know if you have anything to add.
Okay, let me just add something so you could take up the automation and the rest. Yeah, just like you were saying about brainstorm. Brainstorm is really about ideation and all that. So once you have an idea, one phrase I would always use is the fact that consider AI as a super intelligent assistant. It's not a replacement. It is just like an assistant. It's just like that friend that has practically all the information you want, you know? So it shouldn't take away your creativity. It shouldn't take away your input. It should just help to scale your research, boost your creativity, and then give you a more efficient productivity. Then concerning ethics around the workspace, well, the truth is, like I said, the AI space is still new. A lot of nations' legal system are still grappling with what is right and what isn't right in the AI space. But as a person, one thing I think you should focus on is how to let AI become something that improves your productivity, not makes you lazy. If you now throw out all your work to AI, it would show over time, and then it would affect you. It's not even about the company now. It's going to affect you because there are always people that job you're doing, there are like 5, 10 other people they are waiting in line that could do that same job. So the moment it seems you are lagging behind or you are not in par in productivity, you're gone. So you should use the tool to upskill your productivity, because if you use AI to respond to an email now, your boss might not know. Okay, for instance, the organization I work, the organization even tried to adopt artificial. That's how inevitable AI is. The organization tried to adopt artificial intelligence, but in a controlled system, in a helpful system, not in such a way where you just dump your work on AI and then you produce an output that you don't even vet. And then if the AI hallucinates and produces wrong information, it will come back to haunt you. That's my input.
Okay, thank you, Toby. So, for really routine tasks, right? I shared one of the tools that you can actually use to reduce with repetitive tasks, that's Zampia. And another way you can actually look at this is if you work in a little bit of, if you've actually done a little bit of marketing, you know that whenever you put out anything out there, you expect people to, respond to it, and there needs to be a sort of follow-up going on. Those are like, repetitive tasks. The only thing you can do is just automate that process. What I mean by that is, if somebody actually sends, there are like some keywords that, some people actually use depending on the kind of message that you're putting out, right? And there is like an automated response that people actually get immediately. We use something similar, right, in my organization, to say if somebody actually fills a form for maybe one of our products, they actually get the needed materials that somebody else should actually say, okay, fine, I pick up the phone and say, hi, I noticed, you indicated interest in XYZ, and this is what you need to do. So just really having a system that will send out that emails instead of you doing it yourself. And then when it moves to maybe the third process, that's where you now get like, human interaction. Okay. Then for the last question, where we have like examples. So we have done a lot of examples, right? When it comes to text-based, video-based, and so on, there are a lot of tools out there that you can use. One of the tools that we'd actually, or maybe we're not using it right now, is actually for the Zoom AI Composer, right? Or yeah, I think we're using it currently, or Zoom AI Summary, where all of these meetings, everything we've communicated so far is actually generated, right? Immediately after the meeting. So you can get a summary where you
All right. So is it me or Sophia?
can just read out everything that has actually happened. And some other um, examples you see is something called the um, Google Docs Smart Compose. What that means is if you, I'm sure we're
Hello. Is it my network or can see her?
actually experienced and when we're typing, what actually,
Okay. Hello. Okay. Sorry, can you hear me?
yes.
Oh, sorry. I lost you for a minute. So I'm
Yeah,
not sure if
it's
I'm
just on my internet. Yes, I'm actually done. So
okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Toby and Miss Olivia. We really learned a lot. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation as a guest for today. So, before we go, I would like to talk about our IT consulting and advisory. So, I'll share my screen with us so that we can see what that is all about. Can so I have a lot of tasks and okay, okay. Come to my screen. Not this one. Sorry, not this one. Sorry. Okay. So can you see my screen? Hello. Hello. Sorry, can you hear me? Hello.
it's still coming up.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. You can see it now, right?
yes.
Okay. So this is about our advisory. And the joy of it all is we get 20 minutes free. You are not paying, you are the one paying you to listen to us for 20 minutes. So if you have business issues, you want to know more about strategies you can use to improve your business, do you need expert technology, do you need any advice, as the name implies advisory. So we give you free 20 minutes to bring your business issues to us, and we'll give you solutions within 20 minutes. So we have different packages. The premium is just for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, you now decide if you actually want to continue with our session. So we have a 20-minute section. It's on us. You are not paying. And I think every business owner here should leverage this. You want to have a startup, you already have an idea in your head, you know how to bring it to life. You have even done the sketch. even you start your business for 15 years, 20 years, you've been in the space, but we know one thing about business is nothing is static. Change is constant. There's always a new thing to implement. There's a new advice there. There's a new technology there, and you need to implement these things. And probably you are lost. You don't even know who to turn to. This is for you. The first 20 minutes is free. And I think that's a good one. You are not spending to learn. You are not spending to get the right advice, because information is power, knowledge is power, and it's best you learn from those who have gone through business and they are giving you that advice so that you make mistakes they made, because they'll be teaching you from experiences, from books they've read, from things they've actually done themselves. So it's not just anybody that's taking you in this section. There are people that have actually have what it takes. They are certified in this line. So you can book a standard section, you can book a priority session, and our available consultants, we have different people, Mr. Bade, you can see the qualifications and why we think they are best fit for this. We have different people, Mr. Bamila, we come in. These are industry certified people, and I'm sure most of us we might know some of them probably due to research, or we've had about them. So just take your time to go through this. I've dropped the link for our IT advisory. I've dropped beacom.net/advisory. Just or you can just come to beacom.net. You have everything. Also, I'll just briefly talk about our service arms. We have development and support. We have web services, ICT service management, ICT product and services, projects and events, basis of technology, community and investment. Development and support is just you have a project, you need to develop mobile app, web app. These are frameworks that we use. These are development software and platforms that we use to implement these. We have the open source software like Joomla, OpenERB, WordPress, and the likes. For web services, we do Web3, social media, mobile and new emerging media. For ICT services and management, we have project management, we have project monitoring tools for different enterprises. You can outsource to us. You have different areas of your business you can outsource, be it mobile development, be it project management, be it customer relations, anything that you know you don't have the resource to do in your organization, you can easily outsource to Income ICT. We are more than qualified to tackle your business problems. This for you have different products and services. You have for politics, you have for traffic. I know a lot of us have heard about Eagle Eye and election tracker. Eagle Eye is like one of the most common tools for this logistics and everything. We have projects and events. We do trainings. We have Income Academy. We train people in social media. We train people in project management, cyber security, different training section. You can easily go to the website for more information, and you can get that. We hold seminars, we hold conferences, and thank God for this. Our ICT career talk is coming up again on the 27th. Community and investment, we have social lender, we have my cycle ID. You can read more about this, especially social lender is a lending platform that based on your social reputation, you can get access to loans and everything. You don't need I'm sorry, I will not mention the name now, but you don't need some people coming to your house to carry your generator because you are owing or something, or they will not give you access to loans or anything because they think you are not eligible. So they are not doing anything. All they just need to do is check your social status and see if you are actually worth giving the loan to. So like I have dropped on the chat box, so I will drop it again, income.net, you can just check it out. Then that would solve like 80% of your problem. You can check the advisory, check the services, check solutions that we've offered and we are offering. So you can do that. And for everybody that have attended today, I'm going to send a YouTube link of the meeting to us, and also for our our subsequent webinar, because this happens every month. We're going to get a mail to that effect so that by, I don't know, sometime on a Saturday like this, next month, we'll be open to see you all again to come and learn another effective way to improve as business owners, as SMEs, as individuals. So hopefully, and I wish to see everybody next month, and we'll see in good health and everything will be well with us. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Ms. Olivia Wami. Thank you, Mr. Adilakon Luatobi, for honoring our invitation. We really appreciate you. And thank you everybody for joining. Permit me to mention a few names: Sophia, Blessing, Sadunga, Ebere, Onobowale, Mr. John, and Mr. Matthew, I think, and Miss Spitz. I think I covered everybody. So thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of the day and hope to see you next month for another webinar. Thank you so much.